Welcome, dear learners, to know the more learning, that is the new learning. What is this? This is levels of curriculum organization. So, today we would like to understand that what are the levels of curriculum organization. Curriculum organization is concerned with the structuring of educational experiences that students receive in order to achieve the objectives of the curriculum. And there are several levels of curriculum organization, including subject centered. Subject centered curriculum, we have studied that in last learnings and in last lecture, that is your 1 week we have taken this lectures. So, in subject centered organization, separate subjects are organized and studied by the students in traditional manner. So, what is subject centered organization? I just repeat it, that in subject centered curriculum, the subjects are studied in a fragmented form or as a separate subject, and these subjects are having its own importance. The teacher is assigned for that particular subject and the students learn all the modalities of this particular subject. The subject is delivered by the teacher by traditional methods. Sometimes there may be a kind of question answer techniques in the classroom. A teacher can take the advantage of this in order to elaborate the lecture. So, this subject centered curriculum is considered as a kind of traditional way of curriculum organization, where the student listen or hear the words or the lectures given by the teacher, and teacher has freedom how to deliver the lecture. Sometimes they may use the integration of technology, sometimes they may the help of this question answer techniques. Sometime to improve this subject centered curriculum, the kind of discussions, the kind of writing work can also be having a space in this subject centered curriculum. But mostly the students listen and the teacher deliver the lecture. So, there is a kind of environment, that is classroom environment, that is one way traffic. One way traffic means that teacher has main focus and it is a kind of traffic, means one way traffic, that is teacher is delivering the lecture. There is no space for the students to ask the questions. So, continuously when the teacher is saying the words, it ultimately creates a certain kind of uninteresting or a kind of disinteresting or a kind of boring environment, and this is a kind of lecture where the students are sometimes having a difficulty that this subject is not having a good content and it is very difficult for me. So, they also having such kind of opinions regarding the subject, and this subject centered curriculum is most traditional kind of curriculum organization. But apart from this, because in Indian situation we are not having too many resources, we are not having the skilled teachers and we are not having the smart classrooms. Therefore, we are trying to opt this traditional way of curriculum organization, and we are trying to go through these all subject centered curriculum. So, next is core curriculum. This is a kind of organization that requires essential learning of subjects and skills that are not and compulsory for all students to learn. So, a kind of core curriculum is quite different. We have also studied this core curriculum in previous lectures, and activity centered curriculum, subject centered curriculum, core curriculum. We have studied in a separate weeks, and this course that I am implementing, that is foundation of curriculum planning, that is having 3-week course related to this activity, subject and this core curriculum. So, core curriculum or core curriculum organization is concerned that what are the core values, that is very essential. Say for example, if I am saying that he is a educated person. In an educated person, what should be the qualities? He should be a good person, he is having good ideas, he is having truth in saying, and he is having a kind of honesty in dealing the processes, and he should be a kind of sincere, hardworking person, those who are having a willingness to know more about the world, and the person who has a certain kind of this emotions and the certain kind of positive emotions for the society, or having a certain kind of dedication to contribute something to the others. So, this kind of core curriculum organization requires a kind of core values that is essential for everyone, that is essential for every individual to become a good citizen of India. So, this core curriculum organization is also a kind of good organization that reflects the core values, that is essential for a quality life, and that is also essential to become perfect person, that is good for our society and ultimately for the nation. So, subject centered and core curriculum both having quite difference. Subject centered is only the one subject is studied by the student by lecture method, no space for this students, it is known as teacher centered curriculum, and this core organization is quite different from the subject centered. In subject centered, the knowledge is given much more emphasis, no space for understanding. But in case of core curriculum, there are lot of activities. In core curriculum, all the activities done by the teacher or by the organized by the curriculum planner, this reflects certain kind of values that may be observed in the behavior of the learner. So, this is the main difference. Horizontal organization, this is another kind of horizontal organization, that is horizontal in that way. So, if a teacher is teaching the subject, one subject in different grades, he may enrich and he may take the experiences, different experiences, and can implement this to the other classes. So, this focuses on the scope and integration of content that is taught at the same time. So, if in one class he is teaching the subject Hindi, he may teach the class next grade class of the 7th the same subject. So, he can take this kind of advantage that when he is teaching this subject in one grade in different periods. So, what is this? He can apply the learning experiences of one class or one section of the class to the another. So, it is in that form. In that form, that is the teacher teaches the curriculum of the same grade in different classrooms. So, this is a kind of horizontal organization, and another is the vertical organization, that is in that form that we study later on. Characteristics of horizontal organization, it happens within a grade level or course level. For example, teachers of the same subject in different classes can meet to align their curriculum. So, the teacher of one subject, same subject in different classes can meet to align their curriculum. So, if a teacher is teaching the same subject in different classes, at least he can enrich the experiences of one class with the experiences of the another class. So, this is a main characteristic of horizontal organization, that it happens for a grade level or a course level. So, teacher teaches the same subject to the different classes. Improved instruction, it can improve instruction by helping teachers learn from each other and communicate better. So, a teacher who is teaching the same subject in different classes can collect a kind of experiences, and he can communicate these all in the form of improved instructions to the different classes. Vertical organization. So, in vertical organization of curriculum, focus is given on sequencing content and ensuring continuity. So, vertical is in that form. So, there is sequencing content, that 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, there are these classes. So, one subject, say for example of Hindi, that is having a level in the class 5th. Now, the difficulty level increases, the same subject in the class 6th, and then we goes upward, that this is the class 7th, the difficulty level raises, and 9th there is difficulty level is more than the 6th and 7th class. So, this vertical organization of curriculum focus is given on sequencing content in a proper difficulty level. As the student upgrades, the difficulty level of the same subject raises. Okay. And ensuring continuity, there should be a kind of continuity. It means the content of the class 6 should be based on the previous knowledge of the class 6th. Similarly, the class next class should be based on the previous knowledge of the previous class. So, in that way this vertical organization is done. So, there is sequencing of content in terms of its difficulty level, and there is a kind of sequencing of content in terms of continuity also. So, that should be a kind of content that difficulty levels raises, but it depends on the previous knowledge of the students. In this organization, each learning experience builds on the previous one, that I told you right now. So, there are 4 kinds of curriculum organization. One is subject centered, where the teacher has a kind of central position, teacher delivers the lectures and students learn it very carefully. There is no space for activity, only students listen the lectures and teacher may ask the questions, but it is known as teacher centered approach, and this organization is followed by teacher centered approach, because teacher because the teacher has to play important role in dealing the content. So, this subject centered curriculum is also very essential for the students, and this is very kind of suitable, because in Indian situation we do not have the resources, we do not have the too much facilities in the schools. So, lot of students can sit in one class and teacher can deliver the lecture. Another is core curriculum. The core curriculum is a kind of organization that requires essential learning of subjects and skills that are not and compulsory for all students to learn. Students can learn as per their choices, but the core values, it should be reflected in the curriculum, because essential learnings, that is through core curriculum, is very a kind of a specific feature of this core curriculum organization, and student has choice to opt the subject as per their own interest. So, this kind of organization is known as core curriculum organization, and this horizontal organization is in that way that that it focuses on the scope and integration of content that is taught at the same time, and it happens within a grade level or course level. Say for example, a teacher of the same subject in different classes can meet to align their curriculum. And another is a kind of organization, that is vertical organization. In vertical organization of curriculum, focus is given on sequencing content and ensuring continuity in that form, where the content is arranged in its difficulty level from 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th onwards. The difficulty level of the subject is raising, and the continuity is also there, that is the content is based on the previous knowledge of the students, and much more enriched learning experiences are provided to the learners to understand the concepts in better way. So, this is about the this organization of curriculum, and this is all about your curriculum organization, and I do hope and believe you could be able to understand that what kind of learning is required to study this levels of curriculum organization, because this is also an important topic that you have studied here, and try to understand these all with the help of the examples, so that will become easy to understand, and you would be able to know more about these levels of curriculum organization. So, I do hope and I do believe that you are able to understand about these levels of curriculum organization, and these that we have studied: subject centered curriculum organization, core curriculum organization, horizontal organization, and the vertical organization. So, thank you very much for listening these all, and I do hope and believe that you could be able to understand about these all in better way passing through this lecture, and be happy and be healthy. Thank you very much once again.